the most important segments in the fishing industry is ropes. So I'm standing right outside Tough Ropes, and I have Mr. Rane with me, who's the General Manager, International Marketing in the business, and he's going to tell us about the Make in India concept and his product that he has for the industry. Why don't you tell the audience about your products?
What we are currently making is called mooring ropes. Is one of the important part in the maritime industries and vessels and the shipping industry, because it holds the vessel to the port and allows you to trade into that. Now, Make in India concept is a new concept which our Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi has come out with. The basic idea is to make Indian products and then make them known to the world. We would like more people in the world to use our ropes, and basically Indian made rope, so that our country can grow much faster.
Right outside the Buoyancy Consultancy stall, we have Mr. Sawant and Mr. Maurya with me. They're going to tell us the kind of work they do. Right from designing a ship, right from managing the whole project, they will do everything for you. Sir, thank you so much for your time. First of all, could you tell our audience what kind of work your company does?
Yep. Basically, we are into ship design, boat design, offshore design and project management. Basically, we are a design consultants. Based on the owner's requirement, we design ships and other deliverables for them.
We in our individual profession, we have traveled a lot in many shipbuilding economies across the world. There was not a good name for Indian market as far as shipbuilding is concerned, and even for the ship designs, for some of the companies which are there, people used to say, you know what, we have not had very good experiences. And the same people who used to mention this, if I look around in their companies, I would find at least one or two important guys coming from India. So that got us sticking, and we thought that there is a big space which can be occupied over here and provide a really international level services for companies.
We have Mr. Mackenzie from the National Marine Dredging Company, who represents the development and the works of the ports, and is based out from the Middle East. Sir, could you please tell us about your presence here, the kind of company you represent, and the kind of works you guys do?
Yeah, thanks. We're a national company from Abu Dhabi. We're dredging and marine construction, and the last couple of years we've seen the market here in India developing an opportunity and an openness for new companies to come in. So we've come and opened up an office in Mumbai, and we've set up here, and we're looking to do business here in India.
Let me ask you the scope of the speed of the work and the development happening in the industry, which is a very important factor, and that's the reason you're here, because there's a lot of scope in the future. But how good and effective is the scope? Could you share light on it?
Fantastic scope. We heard this morning from Prime Minister Modi, 7,500 kilometers of coastline, 100 ports, new ports being developed. So the scope here is fantastic for companies like us to come in. Our concern is the time, yeah? It's taking a bit of time, took us a bit of time to set up our business, the tendering process, a bit bureaucratic. And I think the new government is making moves to improve that. So I think the next few years will be interesting for companies like us.
Everybody present here is talking about the port development, port modernization. We've got 12 different ports that will be developed for the betterment of the business of India with various countries. Anchoring the growth is the basic formula that the Indian government is putting across. Make in India, take in India, and bring some great news to India. Well, it's the day 2 at the Maritime India Summit 2016. The day 1 has been an excellent day. Today we have some wonderful interviews lined up for you guys. So stay tuned with me. The second day is going to be better than the first one. Tell us, Mr. Wong, how has been your experience with the whole exhibition and you coming to India? You spent 3 days here. What is the overall review about it?
Well, It's great chance for us to visit India and have many business chances, and it's thank for the Indian government and Korean government too.
How do you think in the future the business between India and Korea will go on? How is the whole take? What's your take on that?
Well, I found we have many chances in India, so if we got a chance, we will set up our company at here and manufacture at India.
I have Mr. Kashikar here, who is the chief engineer at MARITIME. Sir, thank you so much for being with us. Could you tell us the reason you guys are here and what kind of services you have for us?
Basically, when you talk of this Sagar Mala project, we personally feel that we are the Mala of this Sagar. Without us, we train everybody. We are in the skill training part. So without we training people, people can't go in any industry like shipping industry. So it's very, very important that proper skill development and proper training has to be given to these young cadets who are of 18 years old, and they go out to sea and explore the world and fly the Indian flag high. So Indian Maritime University is one of the central universities who carries out this job, and there are about 7 universities who are 7 colleges, and one of them is MANIT, who is associated with Indian Maritime University.
Sir, why don't you just tell us about what we have here? What is the experience?
This section depicts the long-range information and tracking. This is totally made in India. We are the third country in the world. The second is, this is, as you must have heard, the GPS, the Indian GPS, which is known as Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. This is the one that for the first time in the world, we are going for an examination system which is tablet based. So the candidate need not have to go and appear on pen and paper, he can appear on this tablet. We have displayed 3 simulators. Again, I repeat, all the 3 simulators are made in India, in the spirit of Make in India. This is one simulator where one gentleman is practicing. We had the pleasure of the visit of the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Home Minister, and the Minister of Shipping and Transport was gracious enough to inaugurate the skill, the e-learning and the tablet-based examination. We are honored by their presence, and thank you for coming to the stall.